pleasure for me to present the work program. I think that at this point in time, as you know, the priority, it seems to me, of many people, including of the European Union, and the way I understand it, also of Arab states, is to make sure that there is a follow-up at the national level on both sides in an inquiry, both at the Israeli and at the Palestinian end. And I think that for us has priority, that these very grave allegations are examined thoroughly, both by the Israeli side and by the Palestinians. The Security Council has an institutional role to play, in particular in issues, evidently, I mean, the Security Council has a general interest in matters of international peace and security, but an institutional role to play when in all places where missions of the United Nations are on the ground, and therefore there's clearly a priority when it comes to Afghanistan, because that also, and that was the subject we discussed just a few days ago, the subject of the security of the UN mission, and we felt that it was very important that the Secretary General was prepared to brief us on that, and we also felt that it was right for him to address the Secretary General, the General Assembly on these matters, and he, as you know, he received a commitment by the Security Council in support for these matters. The key moments of this month, as far as our own, I can only say that in my national capacity, I've underlined repeatedly in discussions in the Council that it is important that protecting civilians is the priority task of MONUC, and that this priority becomes visible in everything MONUC does. And you can't and therefore I think the decision that, if you ask me for my own opinion on the subject, the decision that Undersecretary General Leroy took was the only possible decision, because the United Nations is there to protect civilians, and it cannot support activities which in the final outcome do not only not protect civilians but endanger them and cause additional problems for them. So I think he certainly has our national support on this issue.
Thank you very much for coming.